fishing.
Do you have a favorite food that you can't resist? When you see it, you have to have it. What is it for you? Soup. Anyone else?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Potato chips.
Potato chips. How about you?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Irresistible food. For me, it's corned beef. I love a good piece of corned beef. Like Manny's corned beef. Now imagine this situation. Imagine you're going fishing. Would it make sense to bait the hook with corned beef? Because I like corned beef. Or would it make sense to bait the hook with a worm? Because the fish likes the worm. Right?
Yeah.
If you're going fishing, bait the hook with what the fish likes, not with what you like. Now you couldn't bait the hook with soup, or ice cream wouldn't work. Shrimp might be a good bait, but in my case, I would bait the hook with a worm. And there's some profound truth in that image of baiting the hook with a worm that relates to public speaking. You'll hear more about that when Tim speaks, but right now you'll see a different perspective of the same idea, which is bait the speaking hook with what the audience is interested in, not with what you're interested in. Have you heard speakers that get up and say, I want to share with you tonight what happened to me? As Tim will point out, most people, including myself, will be thinking, I don't care what you want to share, and I don't care what happened to you. Bait the hook with what's interesting to me. Have you heard speakers who tell a whole story? Because I did this, and I did that, and this happened to me, and that happened to me. And then at the end they say, I learned this. I'm sitting back there thinking, who cares? Bait the hook with the benefits to me. In fact, good speaking technique is all about telling the audience what's in it for them. You may have heard this expression that audience listeners actually are tuned in to a radio frequency called WIFM. You know that radio frequency? But it sounds like a real radio. Sounds like what?
Sounds believable.
Sounds believable. But you know what it is? It's the radio station, what's in it for me. That's what people are listening to. And you need to bait your presentation with what's in it for your audience. Keep that in mind when you put your presentation together. The techniques for doing that are simple. Tim will share some of them with you, I'm sure. One of which is to tease. You open a talk, you say, here's something to be learned about baiting a hook, a worm, and not corned beef. And you will learn about it later. Baiting with something in it for you. You can bait the hook very simply by saying, you will learn today. The you gets the audience to think, I want that. It's about me. Bait the hook with you. Tim, our speech coach, will say, use the you, use the you, use the you. And it's so true. Using the you puts in your mind the idea something is coming for you. It could be a worm, but if you're a fish, that's what you want. So to wrap up, fishing and speaking have a lot in common. Fishing, you bait your hook with what the fish wants to eat. In speaking, you bait the audience with what they want to hear. And it's all about them, what they're going to gain from it, and what they're going to take away from it. Remember, fishing when you speak.